Why you being stingy over there? Why you being stingy? Being petty. Petty night. Did I press it? I don't know. You want it in? What? What's happening? Oh. We are working on it. Technical difficulties over here. There we go. All right. Uh-oh. Poor connection over on Instagram, of course. So we'll give it a minute. I don't know what's happening with Instagram. Having a poor connection tonight. So it's just going in and out. Maybe I'll unhook to the internet. Wi-Fi. Will that change it? We'll see. How's everybody doing? Happy New Year.
What's up, everybody?
Ooh. We can't see yet. We can't see who's joined. Indy, hey. Missed you too. You had a couple kids' birthdays popping, and I see you doing your thing, man. But we back. We back. We're gonna be doing some new things this year. We working on it. We working on it. You guys know how we do. We give it a second so everybody can get in and join us. Indy, I think you're gonna like this conversation tonight. Who else joined us? I can't see.
Cuz it was good.
Hey. Jamal, what's going on?
What's up, Mo? Jermaine, what's good? I ain't never get that phone call, Jay. But whenever he ready, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, y'all. Hey.
Alright, one more minute.
Yes, Happy New Year. One more minute. We giving it one more minute and we're going to get started. Y'all are going to probably have a lot to say about this topic. For once, it's not about relationships.
Well, I'm going to tie a relationship into it.
He going to tie... Well, it is kind of technically, but not what you think. Just stay tuned, okay? 1 minute is up. Yeah, you want to talk?
Alright, Jay. Nah, go ahead. Start your topic.
Alright, so check this out. My question for the night is, how many of you have had those parents that beat the brakes off of you when you were bad, told you to go get a switch, the grandparents that sent you to go get a switch, the belt, and my eyes are acting crazy tonight, the beating you with the belt, shoot, I was knocked out when I was 15 running my mouth to my mother. But how many of you have had those occurrences in your homes as children? How did your parents...
Right,
we got a hand up.
Right,
we got a hand up. We got one person. How were you disciplined in your home? Were you, did your parents just talk to you? Did they not discipline you? And those that were disciplined, were you disciplined? Did you just simply get a spanking? Or did you have to, go to school, shut your mouth because you got your back bruised all up from that belt whipping? We got one person with the hand up. Nah, what's going on, Justin? Oh, yeah. I'm like, FYI. I got the brakes beat off of me, okay? Got and on punishment, okay.
Supposed to be doing life in jail, right? She's supposed to be doing life right now.
I'm supposed to be doing life in jail right now.
Man,
now,
I can recall my Well, my father was more of a hands-on disciplinarian. Now, my father used to have his belt, and they had buckles on that joint. A black leather jump with buckles. I ain't gonna never forget that joint. But my mom, when when it was just her, she had to do what she had to do. I can remember two situations, man, that like stands out. I know one of them was three, but one of them I remember. I'm gonna tell you, I was in vacation Bible school. Me and my sister. This when we used to stay in the Sea Pleasant. We used to go to this vacation Bible school off of Addison Road, right? And for some reason, my mom wanted us to come home from she didn't want us to go on the field trip. Now, I've been in vacation Bible study all this time, and I can't even get the water of going on the final joint. So, anyway, I went. So, of course, my sister had to go because I went. So, anyway, we got back. She was waiting. I think we supposed to went to take pictures or something that day, so she didn't want us to go. But anyway, man, shoot. That's the first time people joke about the extension cord joint. Man, think she didn't?
I had the extension cord whippings, too. Yeah. Antoine said I was hit and beat, but I took it like a G.
I mean, you ain't no choice.
You ain't have a choice. And
take it or die.
Andy said, grandma made me go and pick the switch too. Yeah, my grandma used to tell me, go get the switch. And I'd be going to try to get the smaller switch. And then she would go out and get the branch joint, break the switch joint. Yeah, be the biggest switch out there.
Yeah,
like a Michael Jackson scene.
My great grandmother, that was her. Hey, Mo, matter of fact, my great grandmother was living in Brentwood, and she used to make me walk out and grab get my switch.
Jeez, ain't practice.
And again, another time I just remember it, man. It was an ice cream truck, and I was pressed. She kept telling me, "No, you ain't getting that from the ice cream truck." And I don't know how I got some money, but anyway, I ended up getting some on the ice cream truck. She was like, "Go get that switch." I had to go pick my own. That was the longest walk too.
I swear.
Longest walk, and all of them was the same size, so I couldn't even get a small jump. All of them was the same size. I picked the wrong tree. So that joint, but my thing is this, man. You see how we can sit here and talk about it? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like since we're sitting here talking about it, I'm assuming it made us better in so many ways. Compared to nowadays, you yell at them wrong, it's abuse. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's exactly where I was going with this whole conversation. Do you guys feel that it's right that if you even just lift your hand up to your child, it's abuse? I saw a story not too long ago. 95-year-old grandmother spanked her daughter, her teenage granddaughter. Her teenage granddaughter called the police. They came and said, "Did you put your hands on her?" She said, "Yeah, I beat her tail." They locked her up. And I keep seeing all these instances occurring. And I'm like, well, shoot, my parents should be, like somebody said, my parents should be doing life. Because I got everything beat out of me, And go ahead, what we got on the floor?
More said, my mother used to make us take a bath and then beat us with a phone call. Woo!
And that's what I was going to say.
Slim.
I used to have the water poured on me and then get whippings because it definitely hurts.
Oh my God!
And again,
who made that up? Oh my God!
That right there. If that happened now, these people would be facing a judge under the jail for child abuse. Now, I'm being transparent tonight. My oldest daughter came to me and pretty much disowned me. Said she didn't want to deal with me anymore. She is, in her mind, she is dealing with, I was an abusive mother. And she can't handle that. She has too many bad memories. Now, her father beat her one time till she bled. But I'm abusive. I was that mother. I was a teenage mother at 19. And I was that mother all the way up until now. I will spank your butt. Now, my younger daughter, she doesn't call for spankings. Man, if you even lift your hand to her, she'll break down completely. Just, oh, I'm so sorry. she doesn't do anything to warrant any spankings. My oldest daughter does everything to warrant everything. She just all over the place, especially now. And she said to me, you know, I don't want to go through this anymore. I'm not going to deal with you. You're abusive. I'm trying to figure out where the line is drawn on abuse and just being a parent. Because what I came up under, I thought that's how you were supposed to raise your kids. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Chef? Antoine, yeah. Antoine, you already know how I went. So.
He said, I had no problem laying hands on my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now when you put your hands on your kids, you're being made to feel like it's a problem. And that's why I feel like these kids are running around here feeling entitled, you know, getting locked up, doing all this crazy stuff because they know you can't put your hands on me or you're going to get locked up.
Yeah, I definitely think the society has handcuffed us. And again, I'm not going to get on no soapbox, but it still feel like it's a setup. You know what I mean? Like, I think Amari is the only one who has never gotten one. All mine's got it.
That's crazy, because that's my daughter's sister, and they totally opposite.
Guess what? I will put them and let them fend for themselves. Put them out. Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. When she said she didn't want to deal with me, be bothered, I cut her off my insurance. I cut off the communication, and this now is tough love season. It hurts, okay? But you have to let them deal with those things, you know, and get through it.
Ma said shit. She wouldn't like my mother. She would beat your ass and then put you out right. Like that's.
I'm not even that kind of mother. I actually was. She has everything. She had everything, you know. But again, I think these kids nowadays don't know.
Cause right
discipline.
In public.
What?
Right, he said he'd do it in public with no regrets.
And you know what happens when you do it in public? People looking at you. Ooh,
you know what?
Phone.
Someone did post a thing where this parent, the father, beat his son. I think there's in a barber shop. His son got caught stealing in the store. Hey, cuzzo, I believe it's DC. If you leave a mark, it's considered abuse. They have to investigate all reports though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got these laws on, and we don't know. I don't know if the law's always been there, just never messed with it, whatever, or how long it's been there. But I do get, because some kids
are being abused.
Right, so they have to, you have to investigate it, whatever the case may be. But I just feel like it has to be done with like an open mind or whatever the case may be. Because again, either I'm going to do it or I'd rather do it than let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they think I'm abusive with their case. They don't want to get caught. They don't want to get put in that system. But anyway, the father, his son was stealing, and so the father walked up on the son at the barbershop. Son was in the barbershop. Father came in there and went to town. You had mixed emotions. Remember, Morris see, that's the problem. You spoil your kids, then they can't handle the discipline. Exactly. So. It was mixed.
Thank you, cuz.
It was just putting them out underage is neglect, though. Some need.
Oh no, she 20.
No. I'm of age. Like I wouldn't put my kids out underage.
Yeah, no, she's of age. She's 20.
But if they was grown enough and decided they want to leave and they was underage, I ain't looking for you. I call the police, be like, hey, they left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But because you grown, you know what I'm saying. You made a grown. Like I told you, when you want to be grown, you make grown people decisions. I gotta let you live by them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chef said I haven't really reached that point with my girls yet, so please pray for them because I don't know how I would react. I know it definitely wouldn't be good though. Yeah. If they say something, I say mind your business, or what are you looking at? Oh, you talking about the public? Yeah. But yeah, so it was mixed emotions with the guy who, you know, with the son. Some people's calling it abuse, like why would you do that, and you know. And they were talking about the other person. Why would you put that on camera or whatever the case may be, right? Not that he put it on camera, but someone's recording it. His father whooping him for stealing or police running up on him for stealing. I mean, which one do you want?
Which one do you want?
You know what I'm saying?
And then you'll be saying that the fathers ain't doing their job.
My kids tried telling my husband he can't touch them, and if he do, they will dial 911. My husband told them I would call 911 for you and let them know myself, but you still getting this butt whooping.
Wow. They said to him.
I don't want to get personal. Is he the father of the kid?
Yeah.
Oh, he is the father.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for Rashaya's sister.
Nah, I was about to say, I'm with him. Yeah, call the police. Matter of fact, Packers, tell them come get you. You are right. It depends on the investigator who's investigating. Believe me, I told my son being grown comes with actions and responsibility, not age. Exactly.
Exactly. You want it so bad, you want to do that so bad, that's what you're going to have to do.
These kids are bold because society has gave them a sense of like ownership. Like they feel like they own stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. So I'm a firm believer. Like I said, like I got grandkids right now, and I haven't got to the. Of course, they're young. They only 2 and 5. But you got to teach them. You got to get it in early, and try to take society out of it. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be. I want you to respect me more than you respect society. You know what I'm saying? Because you're living with me, you're not living with society at this point. Now, when you come up, hopefully I'll do what I'm supposed to do. And when it's time for you to live with society, you'll act accordingly. Like I used to always tell my kids, I'm not raising you to be doctors, lawyers, whatever. You know, I ain't putting that pressure on you. I mean, if you do, great. If you don't, just be something positive. They think they are obligated. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the only thing I could tell them to do. I ain't never put that type of pressure on them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Julia.
But yeah, I think some of these kids, man. Like I used to. So I knew this girl, and she said I don't discipline my kids. That's when they was younger. She don't. I was like, okay, I do. I believe in putting hands on her, Angela. Hey, Angela. I believe in that. So one day, she had a son. I thought he was, at the time, was a little, in my opinion, because I could be totally wrong, I thought he was a little soft with him. Just cried about everything. Like he couldn't, he just cried about everything. And I'm like, I would have jacked this joker up, right? But see, that's me. Whereas with my son, because I've always been aggressive with him, I could do that to my son, but I gotta understand, like, he's not built the same. Yeah. So, you gotta act accordingly. Which brings me to the next topic, what I'm saying, where I was going to piggyback on about having a disciplinarian that's not their biological. Mm-hmm. How do you guys feel about that? This one girl told the guy she was dating, I don't know if they was married, I think they was married, but told her he can't discipline her kids.
And if they don't let their parents discipline them, they're gonna have a problem with somebody that's not their parent discipline them.
All right, Jermaine said it's unfortunate your daughter felt that way, but my belief that was her way out. Stay strong, and she'll realize the grass ain't always green on the other side of town.
I'm praying on that. I went through the same thing too, but the stuff that she said to me, I would never say to my parents. That somebody said that earlier. These kids are so bold now. The things that come out of their mouth, the disrespect, the entitlement, are things that we would never part our lips to say to our parents. I can't even tell you some of the things that came out of her mouth to me. And I'm the only supporter she has, because her father already stopped talking to her because of the stuff she said out of her mouth to him.
Damar said, I never hit my kids, maybe because of what I went through. Understandable.
Yeah, that's understandable.
My cousin Trina says, see, men cry, Dre. We have to teach them. No, I agree with you. Like I tell my youngest son, I don't have a problem with a dude crying, because I'd rather you let it out, because when you keep it balled in, you're going to hurt somebody.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? What's that, Gil? So I do let it. What I'm saying is, when I say cry, they cry to get out of things. Not emotional cry. It was like, if they don't want to do something, they break down and cry. Because the mom is going to baby them. Okay, just go away. Just go upstairs. Or just don't worry about it. Like you say clean up, and they just start crying.
Yeah,
you know what? Just
our
move. I do it.
grandson was doing that, but he learned over here. He starts. Dre will say, "Go do this," and he'll, and then Dre will look at him and he'll be like, "Oh wait, wrong house." Mm-hmm. Like you can just tell he knows where to do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I'm with you. I definitely, I feel like there's too many guys that don't release their emotions, and that's why they got so much stuff built up, and they go do crazy things, like shoot up things, blow up things, or whatever, because you wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Because
you held it all in. You held it in.
This goes back to a previous conversation we had before when I was talking about women dealing with hurt and men dealing with hurt. Mm-hmm. Whereas I say it's easier. In a sense, it's easier for a woman because emotionally, they're emotionally built and can release it. Men can't. Ronnie can call her girlfriends and what? I can't call none of my boys and be like, man, let me try to call Maul and say, man, Maul can be like, speaking of kids, my oldest son on here. What's up, DJ?
Okay, so they said you would be dead or missing some teeth if we talk to our parents crazy. Mm-hmm. I was knocked. My mom knocked me out in the floor. I said one crazy thing in my life to my mother. Nowhere near the crazy stuff that's coming out of my child's mouth. But I said one crazy thing, and she punched me, and I woke up a couple hours later. But and again, if that was this time, she'd have been locked up. So where
only if you call the police.
Yeah, but see, the kids now, they call the police. We knew not to call the police on our parents. We knew that.
So when she should have, when she knocked you out, she should have dragged you outside the door. So the police name,
gonna come get her. Yeah, okay.
She already outside for you.
Out there.
And that goes back, like you said, just sometimes when kids get a certain two things. So as parents, we got to understand when our kids become adults, they're adults. They're still like kids, but they're not a kid, right? So we have to deal with them accordingly. I know we still look at them making a dumb, childish mistakes and blah, 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 but you understand they're going through.
And we went through too.
Yeah. So I had to check my younger son tonight, right? Because I try to build this. Now that they're older, I try to deal with them on a level, but you still have to maintain some. You still have to have that gate up because they'll get too comfortable because they feel that they're grown. Mm-hmm. So my youngest son tonight was calling me. He had a situation, and as he was talking, he just, I guess he thought he was talking with his friends. He was just, man, this some beat. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, hold on, time out, bruh. I'm not one of your mans. And whoever he's with was like, I knew your father was in front of me. He's like, man, my fault, Pa. Man, this joint blowing me. I don't care if it's blowing. Whatever's going on. But you got to understand, I'm not one of your boys, man. We're not talking like that. Not to me. So he checked himself, you know what I'm saying? But he just got caught up. But because of the comfortability of, you know, again, we building this bond because you're grown, so I don't try to treat you like a child. But you're not going to disrespect me. Right.
I think all females try their mothers. Let her feel the pain. She be back.
Yeah, and it's vice versa. I think guys try their fathers and girls. I think it's that testosterone and that, you know what I'm saying, hormone thing or whatever. When they get a certain point, it's like, you know, I'm grown. I'm feeling it. You know,
man, that thing hurt so bad though to shut it off and let my baby. That's my firstborn baby as a teenager, so it hurt.
Because that belt was no joke. That joint shut her. Sometimes you ain't able to hit it. All you do is make that pop. Pop.
Did it work? Did it work though? Did it work?
For my sister. For my sister. It worked for me to a point. But what it is, man, when you get out in society, like in the house, like I stayed on punishment. When I was in like elementary, middle, almost high, but I was always punished because my thing was, I think I stayed on punish so much that when I was out, it didn't make a difference because I was so used to being on punishment. It's like, okay, I won't be out for 3 weeks, so I might as well have fun. You know what I mean? Like, I already know I'm gonna get in trouble, so I'm gonna go to the fullest. And not saying that's right. I'm just saying, boom, which makes me have to think back to now I got kids, so when they go through stuff, they're going to go to, you know what I'm saying, take it to the stream, whatever case is, because they already know I'm going to get in trouble. Might as well make it worth my while.
Yeah.
And I think that was my process, my thought process, which is crazy. But I sat with my son last night. My youngest son, he had he caught a flat, $395. Kept telling him about this tire, right? But 23. Just got it, what I'm saying, on place. He feeling himself. So he coming from work, boom, $395. So I'm like, luckily I was already in the city. So he hit me up. And see, that's another thing. And I just told him today, like, even with us, you know what I'm saying? I guess, well, I talk to my mother a lot, even she called me. But, dog, you don't even call me until you want something. As kids, man, we gotta start call, man. Just say what up. I ain't trying to hold over long conversation. I don't even like talking, but just say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Don't just call me when you want something, right? So I had to break that down to him today, because or seeing that belt was something worked some. Oh yeah, seeing it worked sometimes. Yeah. When I was asked which I wanted, I said beat me and let me go outside.
Beat me and let me go outside. I take the beating for 1,000, Alex.
Yeah, like, man, come on, Joe. Go ahead, go play football. Go ahead and get this joint over with, man. Go ahead, I'm about to bend this joint over. Go ahead, do what you gotta do. Let me go.
My mom used to always say, there can't be two queens in a castle. You won't be grown, move out. You want to be grown, move out, and then be the queen of your own castle. Yeah.
I tell I used to tell it to him all the time. Like, I actually just had to say it to him again the other day because he said something crazy. But when he did live in whatever, I told him it's only one pair to swing in this house, bro.
I know that's right.
And that's gonna be yours. Yeah. So you want to swing yours? You got to. I mean, dude, you got to go get your own spot. But sitting there with him last night. Like, I try not to be that guy that every time you come around your parent, they got a lecture. Mm-hmm. So, even though I be one to, because he needs it every time, but I like, all right, cool, let me just sit here with him, right? Because I knew he was frustrated. You feeling, you're tired, you stuck on 395. I get it. So, I just sat quiet. But what I wanted to say, which I ended up saying to him today, was I was you. You know what I'm saying? You are me. So, at 23, I probably would have did the same thing that just happened. Not taking care of responsibility. Look, I just want to get in the car and go. 23, got my own girls. I'm not thinking about responsibilities. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But this is what happened. Yeah. So when someone already went through exactly what you're going through, pay attention. Listen. And I'm quite sure we did. And I'm quite sure we was the same way. I'm quite sure at a certain age, I was, you know what I'm saying, it was just my mom. And it's just me. I'm a firm believer. A woman can't raise a boy to be a man because there's nothing to mimic. And so she did a good job. We spoke him over so much for. That wasn't easy. I swear it wasn't. But
and he getting it back.
Yeah, because I mean, with my boys, my girls, alright, they cool. But the boys, like I said, my oldest son. Everybody know the story about my oldest son, whatever case it be. But my youngest, he's young and stubborn. You know what I'm saying? And I get that. So I can't go but so hard because I was the same way at the same age, making the same mistakes. So all I can do is try to, because I can almost predict the next move he gonna make. That's how scary it is. I can actually predict. Almost everything that's happened in his life, I predicted before it happened.
Same with the girls. Everything that they doing, I just give them a whole breakdown. This is what's going to happen with this. This was going to happen with this. You probably should do this, but you're probably not going to listen to me. But just know when this happens, you need to do this. And all of them come back like, man, how did you know? Like, we've been there. But you can't say that our parents didn't try to tell us the same stuff too, I'm
quite sure their parents tried to tell them. It's a cycle.
But again, my daughter told me in the most disrespectful manner in a way I would never, ever say to my parents. And I think that is the problem with this generation. They're bold. They don't have any regard for parental figures or things like that. They don't. There's no, I don't know.
Yeah. But that's scary. I'm not ready for all that. Yeah.
Man.
But I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm quite sure as many stories we have on the negative side, we can pull up some positive ones.
Yeah, for sure.
They feel times have changed and we don't understand.
Yeah, definitely.
But we probably did the same thing. Too. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like I said, for me, not having necessarily having a man figure in a house, you really couldn't tell me nothing, right? So I found it out, outdoors. You know what I'm saying? But fortunately, my outdoors differ from the next generation outdoors.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, we really had OGs that schooled you, right? When I was out there, and I always hung with people older than me, right? And they always protected me, meaning, I know you're going to do this anyway, but if you're going to do it, I'm going to have you up under me so I can watch you, right? Nowadays, they just let these youngsters go do anything and then laugh about it when they get popped or something happen. Man, yeah, he was a little wild youngin' anyway. Why didn't you put him to the side? And I get, me and my cousin was talking about this not so long ago, and I get it's hard to talk to these youngin' these days because they so, but we have to. When the opportunity presents itself, we have to. It works. You got to get to a point of how you say it. You can't talk down to these youngins because they always think they wilding. That's what these kids don't realize or understand, is that we've been where they've been and done all they doing, so we know what's best.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say that, but because they don't, like, it's funny. So my son won't listen to me, right? But then when he go out certain places, whatever, and they be like, dog, your father could have told you this, or you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you just did. I could have told you this, right?
Yeah.
But I'm pops. Oh, he don't know. That's part. He old. He don't know no. Okay, you doing the same exact thing.
Exact opposite.
And sometimes he was doing it in the same exact places. Mm-hmm. Like, come on. But you live and you learn. All I can do, like I tell him, I'm here for you. But if you're going in this path, and I already know that the road ends shorter when you take that right, and I'm telling you this, and you decide to take that right, I gotta let you make that fall. I'm not going to stop the fall. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to learn. Yeah. Because the more you stop them from falling, they just can keep on trying. It's almost like they want to fall. Mm-hmm. And I think some of them need to.
Yeah, they need to.
Not to their depths in, but they need to bruise so they can heal. You know what I'm saying? And that's
had that aha moment,
right? Like, you know what?
You know what?
Maybe I start listening. Mm-hmm. And I think my youngest son, that's his problem. He's never really had to face any consequences for any of his actions, so he doesn't realize how serious it is.
So, right, someone can tell them and what you just told them, and they listen. That's true.
Yeah,
they can tell your kids the exact thing that you told them, and they be like, oh, for real? I ain't think about that. You be like, what?
Yeah.
I think the hard part is your approach when you have more than one child, because their personalities are so different. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to, and just opinion. I can tell nobody, raise nobody, your kids. But when it comes to that, and I had to go through that because at one point I had 3 different personalities. So, where somebody would try to deal with all 3 on the same surface, it doesn't work that way. That. So you actually have to take time and deal with each one individually.
Yeah, but that also causes problems too, because I have 2 totally opposite children. So one can take the way I deal with the other as favoritism, or I love them more because I'm less hard on them, or things like that.
I mean, yeah, I went through that too, but I mean, like I told them that. But then when I broke it down, because each one of them say the same thing. Like the girls would say, "My son got everything. He's spoiled." He looks at, "Oh, they got everything," because everybody again was different. Mm-hmm. My oldest daughter, I might have been a little aggressive / softer on her than I was on my second daughter, whatever, because I understand that approach. Whereas my second daughter, she would get it. I can say, "Hey, go look at my room, look at my dresser, bring me that cup." My oldest daughter, I used to have to say, "Look, I need you to go in my room. The dresser by the window, there's a red cup in the middle. I need you to grab that cup and bring that to me." You see what I'm saying? I had to give more direction.
Different kids.
You know what I'm saying? But I knew that. It didn't fuss. I just knew. So whoever saw, I'd be like, "Hey," whoever answered me, I already knew how to deal with it. Whereas my son, him being the youngest at the time, he was the youngest, period. You know what I'm saying? So he got love everywhere, from everywhere, anywhere, because again, he was the youngest, the boy, you know what I'm saying? Because again, it was 2 girls, so he was the first boy, youngest, had both his parents involved, and you know what I'm saying? So it seemed like he got more. But I used to try to explain to him when he say, man, you like you took it. It was harder on me than the girls. And I was like, you gotta understand, like, boy, you had both your parents. To this day, still do. And the girls got both parents to me wrong. But I'm just saying, biologically, my youngest had both his parents, which means he had both of the sides of the family, right? Because again, he's a baby. So it may seem like on the surface, whereas with the girls, we kind of, well, for me, kind of had to, what you call it, compromise. You know what I'm saying? Because, or not compromise, that's the word I want. But, you know, when you overdo something.
Overcompensate.
Right. Because they didn't have, even though I was there, I'm not a biological. So I still compensated because I didn't want her to feel left out. So someone could look at that and say, oh, you went over and beyond. But no, I had to deal with this person on her level, right? With him, I had to deal with him on his level. My oldest deal with her on her level. You know what I'm saying? Even though she got both her biologicals that she can reach out to. But, you know, I had to step in and do things and whatever the case may be, and had to make it kind of comfortable for them. But they won't get it. I mean, now that they're older and I had to break it down to them, they like, okay. But when they was young, yeah, they all thought everybody else was the favorite. I'm like, you know what? I don't have a favorite. I say I love all y'all the same, and I dislike all y'all the same. You know what I'm saying? Just different ways. The same, but differently. You know, y'all all irritate the heck out of me. So, you know, but that's your job. You know. But, yeah, so the disciplinary thing, and I think with kids, I think they go through, like I said, I don't want to say this generation, because we're talking to two different generations when it comes to all of the kids that we have. I blended. But in that younger generation, which I guess my son would fall more in line with her daughter, they're special. They special, man. They really they feel more entitled.
Definitely entitled.
Than the generation that my girls and my oldest son is in. Right? I don't think they feel as entitled. But after them, they just feel entitled.
And what are we doing to change that? You know, those are those are the future leaders of the world. Like,
yo, these millenniums scare me, man. They whole thought process is like, what?
So it's like, what are we doing to change that? Because
and not all millennials, I'm sorry. Some. I don't want putting nobody in the box.
Some, but it's totally different now. You can't put your hands on them. You can't, talk to them.
You can't make them do nothing.
And those are our future leaders. So how are you?
They free spirited
approaching that in your household.
They free spirited. Should be able to speak their mind. Oh my God. So it's like I don't. It's different. It's a different animal. When I deal with my youngest son compared to my other kids, it's a different animal. We did have a conversation the other day that kind of made me feel like, okay, I think he's about to come around a corner. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at what he's saying, but I still got to watch how he moves. You know what I'm saying? Doing. But we'll see. It's just funny.
That's all I had.
It's funny. But yeah, man, these kids, man, just gotta. I feel bad for them. That's what's going on in the world. I really feel bad. I'm going to flip it and do the opposite of what they think I'm going to do. Right. You got to play chess, not checkers with these people. Yeah. I had a situation where I could provide for my child the way I wanted because my ex and husband couldn't provide the same things for the other kids. I had to respect their decision, and it was tough. Yeah.
That is.
It's funny that you brought that up on tough to that. My kids, when they came to me, it was like they feel. This ain't the word they use, but this is how I felt. Like they felt less than. They feel like they're less fortunate than the other kids. And I say, huh? And it was materialistic stuff.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? They was like, yeah, they had this and they had that. I'm upset, and so I started my oldest daughter. I was like, hold on, y'all was in high school. I'm buying Louis and Juicy coat shoes. This, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's never enough.
So how did you have, and not keeping it on a materialistic tip, because that was more me than it ain't they like to ask for, but it's just what I did. But that went out the window, right? I'm taking y'all on real trips. Like, we go on vacation, we go to places that none of your friends ever, even some of the places I never heard of. My kids came back from Wisconsin, their friends was like, what? They had to put them on game. Nah, don't sleep on the Dales in Wisconsin. Da da da. To the point now, their friends started talking to their parents about going to Wisconsin. So I was like, well, how are y'all less fortunate when I went into your friends, I can hear them saying, y'all got it good. Huh?
Always.
Interesting. You know what I'm saying? So, they feel how they feel and think what they think is nothing I can do. All we can do as a parent is the best. We can do the best with what we have.
And that's crazy because most of the kids, their friends will ask your kids' friends, they'll tell them, man, shoot, I wish I was in y'all house. It's so crazy because your kids be like, man, I ain't got this, you don't do this. And their friends are like, man, if I could live over there, your peeps are cool.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, all we can do is
right
the best
now,
we can.
I'm the number one parent. With my 14-year-old, she sends videos out about the stuff that I do for her friends. She showed me their responses. Like, man, your mom is number one. But then I got another one that say I'm the worst mom in the world. But it's the same mother, same one. Don't make sense.
Yeah, like I said, all my kids cool. Like I said, now that they're older, I can deal with them on a different level. So I can be more stern or whatever case, even more, because again, I'm dealing with adults, and they want to be adults. They're making adult decisions, so I have to act accordingly.
Treat you like an adult.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be too much of an a-hole unless it's poured out of me, but we have to. I can't view them just as, oh, these my kids. I mean, they are, but these are adults. So I told my kids, I can't do for you. I can help you. I would not do for you. Because I'm not helping you. I'm hindering you at that point. So I can definitely help, but you got to come to me with a plan that I can help you with. I'm not here to make your plan. So, but they're gonna be alright. I'm starting to see a little change. They're gonna be. I think they're gonna be alright. I think all of them will be alright. It comes with time. Again, we always at that stage at one point in life. So. Kids used to tell me I was blessed to grow up with both parents in the household, but I didn't understand how important I was until I became one a parent. Yeah,
that's what happens. They don't hear it or see it when they're young, but then they get older and then they see everything that people have been trying to tell them. My only hope, my only prayer is that the way that people are leaving this earth, I don't want my daughter to leave this earth with us, with me trying to give her tough love and us not speaking. People are dropping like flies. This girl today got shot by a stray bullet. She was 21. 21, stray bullet. She just minding her business, So that's the part that's hard for me. My dad did the same thing, gave me tough love, left me alone for like a year and a half. But we are closer than ever before. I just am grateful that we still had that time.
Yeah, I'm that guy. Like, I would never walk away from my kids, but I won't stop them from walking away from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to be here. So if you have an attitude or whatever you feel grown enough that you don't want to be around me, I don't force nobody. I tell my kids, I don't force nobody to be around me.
Yeah.
Go on about your business. And as mean as they try to paint a picture that I was as a parent, I can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
I couldn't be that mean then, huh?
Yeah, because somebody over here every day. One of our kids is here every single day, and none of them live here.
Hey, so you have to be real with them. Exactly. Don't take it and try to be somebody else. Yep, just be yourself. Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. I keep it 1,000. Like, my boys did something the other day, whatever case. It's kind of ticked me off a little bit. But guess what? I kept it 1,000 though. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing they're gonna know about me is, like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like it or love it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never gonna say, my father ain't tell me that, or my father ain't showed me that. When it's done and said, they're gonna be like, dang, my father said that was gonna happen.
Yeah, fact.
He did do that or something. So that's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I know. I don't know anything else. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything but to be me. And I want them to be comfortable in their own skin so they can be them. So, gotta lead by example, I guess. But yeah, that was a good one. Thank everybody for coming on. Happy New Year. It's good to see everybody. Got to see everybody that is made it through 2020.
2020, we made it, y'all.
Keeping those that didn't in prayers. So if anyone you guys connected to did not make it, your prayers are out with us. I got a couple of cousins on here. We lost a great matriarch in our family. A great one. My uncle, he was a great man. So yeah, he was a great man. But yeah, so
Happy New Year.
we keep y'all those ones in prayer that didn't. But to those that did, Happy New Year. Have a great 2021. And we're gonna see y'all again.
We'll see y'all next week.